Oh, he thinks I'm funny when I'm mad. Huxley has no idea what I look like when I'm mad. He has seen me irritated at best, and he should count himself lucky for that. Well, he does make it hard to get mad at him, even when he is doing something asinine. It's like trying to stay mad at a puppy. It just doesn't feel right. Hand me the red pepper. When I agreed to make us both lunch, I never said I wouldn't expect some help. So come on, sous chef. Chop chop. Nice toss. You're really nailing psychokinesis. Are you taking another class in it this semester? Good. I'm sure you'll do well. The intermediate class isn't too bad. Well, at least not with the professor I had for it. That's as deep into the subject as you need for full certification, so I'm not sure about it past the intermediate level. But if you keep taking them to fill your elective requirements, I'm sure you'd do well in those too. Yes, look at me go, handing out compliments. Perish the thought. You ass. Needs more salt. Yes, I'm very familiar with salt. Now hand it over. Thank you. Better. So, besides apparently acting as an excuse to besmirch my character while I'm not around to defend myself, how was the hike? How's Hux doing? Good. Is he excited for it to be his last year? Yeah, makes sense. Bittersweet and all that. I mean, I'd be excited to just be done, but I can see why it could feel good and bad. Especially if you're not really sure what you want to do afterward. I'm sure he'll find a good fit. From the small amount I've seen, he has really good elemental control. I'm sure there'll be places eager to scoop him up. Well, I guess you caught me on a good day then. I'm feeling nice to everybody. For the moment. Soak it up while you can. I have no problem giving out compliments that are deserved. I just refuse to give one out if it's not earned. And, as it just so happens, I also have very high standards. So there's that. Yeah, I think it's good. And go have a seat. I'll bring you a plate. There you go. What do you think? Well, you're welcome. And thank you. I'm glad it's good. Yeah, I like cooking. I don't do it as often as I should. When things get too busy, I fall back on fast food and ready-made shit. I'm trying to get better about that though. I need to get more into meal prepping again. I used to be better about that, but then I kind of just fell out of practice with it. I gotta start setting time aside for it in my schedule again. Oh, yeah. It's gonna be a busy schedule for me this year, school-wise, anyway. I managed to spin Lasco in circles till he granted me an override again, so I've got the same amount of courses as last semester. If I keep this pace up, I think I could technically be fully certified a semester early, but I don't think I'll bother with that. I mean, for me, it's not about finishing it early. It's about, making sure my fields of study are broad. You can get fully certified just doing the minimum requirements and then filling up all of your elective courses with, easy filler crap or stuff that's all in one field. But I want to show that I'm interested in the full spectrum of magical disciplines this place offers. Well, it should give me better perspective of the scale of stuff at DAM. Help me get a better idea of what works and what doesn't. What things one particular school at the academy does right that the others should emulate, and what things need to be phased out. I'm not quite arrogant enough to think that I'll just figure out all the solutions to this place's problems on my own, from my own head. I need to see the way different parts of this place work. Identify the areas where we could see big improvements while only needing minimal changes. I mean, that's the kind of shit you have to pull off to get someone in this bureaucratic mess to pay you any mind. A system this entrenched only cares about numbers. Quantifiable results. So, you find ways to give them some. And in return, they start giving you the power you'll need to eventually flip the thing on its head. And in the meantime, along the way, you inform and educate everyone that you can. You help wherever you can. You strive for change. And ideally, at some point, you find time for a hot meal. But all talk of education revolution aside, how are you feeling for this semester? Are you excited? Oh yeah? Well, Hux is right. You should try out. Yes. We were partners all semester in that elemental command class. I saw firsthand what you can do. Only having a year under your belt doesn't matter. It's about what you focus on. Like, yeah, you probably can't be the top performing freelancer in, say, specifically air elemental control or something. I mean, there are freelancers who are juniors and seniors who've taken higher level courses in that area than you have. They'll have more tricks up their sleeves. But that's why you just focus in on a challenge style that you can really excel in. Like, for you, I think you'd be great at the combination elemental category. Oh, come on. We blew everyone else out of the water with our final project in that elemental command class. And that category is that same idea, You have to demonstrate mastery of all four elements and use them in combination. And there's subcategories within it, like there's freestyle performance versus, structured metric challenges, but they all fall under that banner of being able to control all four elements well. And I think you could do really well at those. You could do some really cool stuff in a freestyle display. Like the kind of things we did in that final, but dialed up to the next level. I told you, I don't give out compliments that aren't earned. When I say I think you'd do well at it, I mean it. And if you need any help with any of it, we've definitely proved we can work well together, even under duress. No, I didn't try out last year. I was still trying to get a handle on classes, and I didn't think I'd get very far in the qualifiers anyway. The competition's a little more steep in the actual elemental and energetic categories, just because the levels of mastery can be so high. At that point, I didn't think I'd make it, and I was swamped with a million other things, so I didn't bother. But I've got more experience under my belt now, and I want to see what I can do in a setting where I'm really allowed to let it loose. Yeah. I mean, in the intro and intermediate classes, it's all about learning control, keeping things small, which makes sense. I mean, you want to make sure people have a solid foundation to build their mastery on. But the games are a place where you can really push your powers to the absolute limit. And I want to show what I can do. I mean, I don't think I could be the top rep for the entire academy, but I can qualify for the fire elemental team. I know I can. And I'm going to. And I'd like to be cheering you on while you're kicking ass at the combo elemental challenge. So you should try out. Yeah. The first round of qualifiers is still almost a month out. There's plenty of time to get a routine together. And like I said, I'm down to help if you want it. Well, you're welcome. Help me how? Oh, really? If I want pointers from a real fire elemental expert, such as yourself, is that what you're saying? You ass. Eat your food.